If you've ever felt like you need approval to exist as yourself, like you're constantly checking how you're coming across, what you're allowed to say, who you're allowed to be, that didn't come from nowhere. Let's talk about where that starts. Generally, family roles are there for a purpose. They are chosen from childhood and continue on. Ultimately, the person that you were at 5 or 6 is going to be the person people expect you to be at 15, 16, 26, 36, all of that. However, we know that we grow, we change, we evolve. And ultimately, you learned to seek approval, right? Approval meant safety. It meant conditioning, meaning you did what was expected of you. You didn't complain. You filled your role perfectly because that was what was expected of you, right? And why it sticks. Ultimately, you were a person who became a people pleaser, a person who wanted to follow the rules, not get in the crosshairs of anyone, not spread conflict, not have drama. And so when you have a scenario where you feel like you may be in the crosshairs of breaking the rules, you have a nervous system response. Generally, you get anxious. You look around for approval to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing. And that is a bastion of childhood, likely. There's also the fear of rejection and fear of punishment, which a lot of us end up growing up being perfectionists, trying to do things perfectly, trying to do everything just right, and ultimately learning that perfectionism is a trap. But it is a safety mechanism to avoid getting into trouble, being rejected, because if you're the perfect child, you're the people pleaser, you're the one that easily gets along with others, then you're in a good place, right? And so that then translates as an adult into becoming a person who over-explains because you don't want to cause any rift, any confusion, anything that could potentially be misinterpreted as you doing something wrong. And you have fear of messing up, you have lack of trust for yourself, and you constantly feel like perfectionism will keep you safe. But perfectionism is full of empty promises, and you second guess yourself. Maybe you don't even trust yourself because you have learned that oftentimes you can't trust yourself. You can't trust your own feelings. You rely on validation from others and are constantly seeking approval, constantly seeking reassurance, because that's what you needed when you were growing up. It's almost like an addiction to have the approval of others. And again, the people-pleasing thing, you're not going to please everybody, right? As I've said before, you're not chocolate ice cream, right? And not everybody likes chocolate ice cream. So we know not everybody likes everything, right? And so ultimately, your goal should be to work towards self-trust versus external validation, because you have to learn to trust yourself, your judgment, what you see, what you believe, because others' opinions can be hollow, others' opinions can be biased, others' opinions cannot show the true story that you know within yourself, right? And also, this is probably the most difficult part, is letting discomfort exist, because discomfort is going to exist. We can't get rid of every single discomfort in our lives. It helps us grow, it helps us stretch, and we do get through it, right? You're not broken. You were trained, and anything learned can be unlearned. Give yourself some grace. Thank you for tuning in to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate you tuning in. And I hope you got some value from this video. And I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.